Hi, welcome to Magpie Moonchild. My name is Kayleigh. This is a general reading for the week ahead for Aquarius. Sorry there wasn't a read last week, or the monthlies haven't been done yet. I had a weird rash come up all up my body. So yeah, and it just wiped me out. So we don't even know what that was. It wasn't shingles. We thought it was shingles, but it wasn't shingles. So yeah, we're just seeing what it was. But anyway, so I'm just going to get on with your weekly read for the week ahead. Let's see what we've got for you. All the housekeeping stuff is down below, like decks that I'm using, although this is the indie version of the Muse Tarot. So let's see what we've got going forward for this week. You have the Empress. So you could be birthing ideas, a lot of internal expansion this week, a lot of working on yourself. What else have we got? Somebody's looking into astrology this week, whether that's to study or some level of it in, yeah. Ace of Emotions, tapping into an intuitive, possibly intuitive skill, whether that's astrology or I do see deep diving with emotions this week though, in the sense that connecting with your true self and working on self-love seems to be quite, because with the Empress, which to me is internal expansion, if you look, she's got the heart space, but within it is a whole universe. And then we have the Ace of Cups, or the Ace of Emotions in this deck, which is about self-love and filling your cup up. You know how they say don't give, you can't give from an empty cup? This is the cup it's kind of talking about. Yeah, I'm really getting a sense of working on you and loving yourself in order to thrive. Let's see what else we've got. Intuitive abilities coming through. The Four of Voices, which is the Four of Swords. So yeah, doing a lot of healing, a lot of internal healing. Bent not broken is also coming through. It's bent but not broken. That's a song, isn't it? That's a Pink song with the guy from We're Not Broken, Just Bent. I don't know if that's appropriate for anybody. Just give me a reason, just a little bit's enough. I don't know if that's appropriate for somebody. But no, this is working on healing past hurts, past it. Maybe there was a relationship where you thought it could have been fixed, but it ended when you thought it was broken, not bent. But again, with yourself, you're not broken. You're just bent, and you just need to have a bit of confidence building and self-love, a work on self-love, because you've taken a lot of hits, Aquarius, and you're being asked to maybe even take like a ritual bath, or just a bath with some bits and bobs. But some people like to have ritual baths. But yes, a time of self-love, taking yourself near water, definitely near water, to try and recharge. Water is so therapeutic. Sometimes I perform what I call a cleansing ritual, where I stand in the shower and I just let it wash off all the negativity that I'm feeling in that moment. And I find it incredibly therapeutic that it just kind of washes away all that negative energy and resets the energy to more neutral or even positive energy. So it might be worth taking a dip in water to recharge yourself, to find your power again. But it's really working on your heart space this week, Aquarius, is really what's coming through. Working on your heart space. Yeah, again, Page of Emotions. And maybe that is also talking to yourself in a loving, kind way as well, because the voice that we hear more than anybody else in our lives, the person we talk to more than anybody else, is ourselves. So you need to make sure that you're talking to yourself with kindness, because the Page of Cups is also messages of love and messages of kindness and sincerity. And it's about talking to yourself in a kinder way, in order to help build your confidence and do healing, because I think you've taken chunks out of yourself as much as the world has taken chunks out of you. And it's time to talk to yourself more kindly in order to heal, build up strength again. because I think you've been in quite a negative, talking to yourself, and I'm not going to use that actually, I'm going to use the Reclaim Oracle, talking to yourself in a negative way, and you need to flip the way you talk to yourself. So instead of looking at what you do wrong, start looking at what things you've done positively. It's like the attitude of when you arrive late somewhere, instead of saying sorry I'm late, you should say thank you so much for waiting for me, instead of yeah sorry, because you're always in that negative position before you even start talking. By starting a sentence with sorry, you're already negative, and you may not have necessarily done anything intentionally wrong. So it's about changing the way you talk to yourself outwardly as well, and just flipping from a negative to a positive mindset in everything, not just what you're doing. Despair has come through on the Reclaim Oracle. It's almost like you despair of yourself. But you shouldn't despair of yourself. I think you've just got yourself into a negative headspace, Aquarius, and you really need to work on being kinder. I think if you had a friend, you need to talk to yourself like your best friend. If you had your best friend in the position that you're in right now, what would you say to them? Because that's how you need to talk to yourself right now. Guilt, despair and guilt. Strength. Yeah, look how powerful you are. Look what you've been through and where you've got to now. I think this week is all about being kind to yourself. Being gentle with yourself, appreciating your strengths rather than your weaknesses. Stop punishing yourself, discouraging yourself. You've been discouraging yourself. You've been so down on, and talking, the way you talk to yourself is painful, to be honest. I'm really getting painful. Like you punish yourself unnecessarily. You are being overly critical of yourself, impatient, like you think you should be there already, right? You've been trying to do work and you think you should be there already, healed already. How much more is there to go, you know? And you're being really quite harsh on yourself. Instead of respecting how far you've already come on your journey, you're actually punishing yourself for not being all the way there yet. Putting unjustified expectations on yourself. Yeah. Humility. You need to be use humility towards yourself, because you've been incredibly strong and you've come a long, long way, baby, and you just need to realise that you're not broken anymore. You're still bent and kinked out of shape, but you can still straighten that up. There's still work to do, but you've come so far from where you were before, and you just need to be kinder to yourself. You just need to be kinder to yourself. Expression. See if there's a way of getting out the frustrations that you're feeling with yourself out in a acceptance. Accepting where you are now. Expressing how grateful you are for how far you've come on your journey already. And showing yourself kindness and acceptance of who you are and where you are right now. Yes, you still have a journey, part of your journey to go, but you need to be kinder to how far you've come and be grateful for the work that you've already put in on yourself. And be in a place of gratitude rather than keep finding fault with yourself. It's all very well for having a list of ways you want to improve yourself, but you can't do that without acknowledging how far you've come. Because that, if nothing else, that gives you the kickstart to keep the improvement going. Do you know what I mean? Look how far I've come already. Look how far we can go. Whereas what you're doing at the moment is only seeing what work you have to do rather than appreciating what work you've already done. So yeah, it's time to take a progress report and just appreciate you and changing the perspective of how you look at your journey so far. I hope that is of some use to you, Aquarius. Hopefully I will see you again next week, and hopefully I'll get the monthlies done at some point, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now.